Today's video is all about droning. We're going to take a look at some of the best drone spots in Rainbow Six Siege, looking across multiple maps in the game. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Go down and let me know what other tricks you'd like to see on the channel, or if you'd like to see a part 2 to this video. Now, we had a goal of 300 likes on the last video, and you smashed it. So let's go for 400 likes on this video. So without me talking anymore, let's dive in and get started with this first drone spot on Kanal. Now, before, when you didn't have the trajectory thing, you basically had to try and find the right spot, like standing in front of a hose and aiming at a certain point on the building. But now, because you have the trajectory visualization, you can see where the drone is being thrown, and you can throw it up on top of this window with ease, and it gives you so much information for that control and server room site. You can leave it up on the window here, watching every move that the defenders make on site, and give so much intel to your teammates. Now, this next one is for top red stairs. Now, there is one you can go up on these pipes and get up inside the vents on the ceiling, but I actually prefer to do this one. If you jump up on the railing on the stairs and then jump up onto the small light next to the door, you can jump your drone on top of the default camera in the corner. You can leave it up behind the camera, so it's really difficult for the defenders to see, and you can give so much intel to your teammates of defenders holding that top red stairs or in green 90 towards green stairs. Now, you can actually move the drone across the beam on the ceiling all the way around to the 90 and then all the way down towards the top of green stairs. So this is a really strong drone. It gives you so much intel for the defenders on the site, and you can help your team push the site and get some easy picks. So moving on to Clubhouse for these next drone spots, the first of which is located inside the garage on the first floor. If you jump up onto the railing on the staircase and then turn around and jump onto the edging of the fence and move slightly to the left, you can jump up on top of that little small balcony in the corner of garage. You can then just hop your way onto the generator up on top of the pipes and get all the way up on top of the vent above the entire garage room. You have so much intel that you can give to your teammates, anyone rotating through the window into the top rafters, coming in from lounge, or just generally being in the garage. Now, this next one is for down inside oil pit. As you come down that hallway towards blue, if you jump up on the electrical boxes to the left, you can get up onto that middle vent on the ceiling. Now, again, this is a really strong drone. For anyone trying to hold that blue downstairs, you'll be able to give that intel to your attackers as they're pushing into the building, and you can clear them out and take control of blue. You can see the rotate and almost all the way towards the back wall of that site in the top right corner. Now, this next one is upstairs on the second floor inside construction, another really good drone to watch for any flank plays. If you jump up onto the ladder in the corner and then onto the very top of it, you can get on top of the little fan in the corner of the room. Now, this drone is really well hidden up here because of the brightness of the light as well, so you can give a lot of extra information to your teammates as the attackers are pushing towards the bomb site. And moving on to Cafe for these next ones, I have some really strong ones to show you here. The first one inside the bakery. If you go over towards the table in the corner and jump up on top of the little box where the fire extinguisher is, you can jump up onto that little back ledge on the wall. Now, again, because of the lighting, it's really hard for the defenders to see the drone, and it's pretty high up there as well. So when they're trying to hold bakery sitting behind the counters, they won't be able to see this drone, and you can get that intel to help your attackers push in small bake window or come in through the bakery door to take the room. Now, the next one is just a little bit around the corner outside of the small bake, just off that bottom red stairs. Now, big shout out to Exotics for showing me this one. It's a really sick spot. So this little ledge on the side of the stairs, you can actually jump onto it, and if you go about halfway up that ledge, you can jump onto the top of the fan in the middle of the room. You can then jump onto the speaker in the corner, and you can watch that whole long red hall all the way down towards Christmas and whiskey, and you can keep an eye on that coat door and red staircase. Now, this next one is upstairs in the red 90 hall. Again, a really strong one for watching any flank plays of defenders as you're attacking in that top floor. If you jump up onto the chair and then up onto the bookshelf, you can actually get onto the little ledge on the pillar above you. You can then jump all the way across to the other side onto the light or the pillar, and you can get up on top of the speaker in the corner. Again, this is such a strong position and can help your teammates make an easy access into the building. Moving on to Villa for these next couple of spots, and the first one, it takes us onto the red staircase on the second floor. Now just on the midpoint of the stairs, if you jump up onto the pot and then onto the branches on the tree, you can jump from the tree up into the pot above your head. And once you're up here, you can watch all of that hallway down towards 90, any defenders trying to make a flank play up that red staircase, and anyone coming out of Aviator into the top landing. This next one is around the corner inside the statue room. If you actually jump onto the statue, you can jump onto the waist and then onto the head of the statue, and you can get up on top of the beams above your head. Again, super strong drone for watching any defenders trying to make that flank play up Astro as you're making your way towards that Aviator site, or if the bomb site is located here, you'll have so much intel to help your attackers take out the defenders. This next one takes us into the astronomy room, which is just next door. By jumping up on top of the crates and onto the projector, you can get onto the wooden beams all the way around the edges of the room. Again, really strong point here where a lot of defenders like to hold that rotate or sit behind the crates in the corner. You'll be able to give that extra intel and help them clear out the room and push the bomb site. Moving on to Chalet for these next ones, and of course I have shown this in a recent video, but they're such strong drone spots. The first one you might remember is on the solar window. This was used in the Pro League. If you throw your drone against that wooden beam, it will land on the back beam up against the wall. You can then jump across the beams and you'll be able to see all of the solar room, including the staircase, the doorway into bathroom, and the doorway into bedroom. Now the great thing about this is you can team this drone up with another one inside the bedroom next door. If you're outside in front of that big window and you aim exactly where I pinpointed on screen, you can throw your drone against the beam, and again it will land up on the back beam at the front side of the room. So if you combine these two cams together, you will have so much intel for the bomb site and to help your teammates push up that solar staircase. You can see that these drones are so important to help you with getting that intel to win rounds, which is why I felt the need to make this video. Now this next one is on the library hallway just off the top of the stairs. If you jump up on top of the glass case here and then onto the little design on the wall, you can jump up onto the beams and move all the way towards the back above the default cam, and you can watch that library staircase, the library door, the hallway all the way down towards piano double. Now onto bank for these next couple of drones, and the first of which is inside the main lobby. Now the more typical way is everyone jumps onto the couch, onto the TV, and then up onto that little ledge, and they watch over the main lobby. Now it does give you a lot of intel being up here, and this is what I would normally do with my drone, but I figured out that if you actually jump onto the light on the right side, onto the very top of the light, you can jump across onto the picture frame on the wall. If you move along the picture frame, you can then jump onto the speaker in the corner of the room, and because you're even more elevated than the original position, you can see so much more of the main lobby, including some of the rooms on that top floor site. You can see all of Banana all the way through almost into the CO office, and of course the room near Long Desk. Now this is a variation to that. If you're actually pushing inside the building and you've cleared ATMs, you can throw your drone up onto this pillar using the trajectory visualization, and you'll be able to see even more up here, including all the way into the bomb site. And if you jump across to the other pillar on the other side, you'll actually see all the way through into Long Desk. Now this next one is down inside the garage. This is a really straightforward one, but again a very strong cam to help you if you decide to have people push into garage. Now if you get up on top of the security truck and jump onto these vents and move all the way down to the end, you'll be able to see anyone trying to come down that ramp to try and pick you off as you're coming in, or all the way down in towards the rotate into Red Hall. You can see how really important some of these drone spots are, and I really advise you to try these out. And another great example here over on Border for a couple of really strong cams that you can set up for your teammates pushing into the building. The first of which, inside passport, very safe. Make your way in the door, you jump up on top of the TV and then up onto the vents above it, and you can move along this. And again, so much intel for that long haul down towards metal, the workshop door, the customs door, and the bathroom door, and including the door out into waiting room. So you can see there's just so much information that you can get from getting into these very, very hidden spots that defenders would not be looking for. And if you actually go all the way down to the end of the vent, you can actually see through the top window into workshop. Not only that, you can jump through the window onto the ledge inside to get even more information. And if you decide to want to keep your drone alive, you can jump it back out onto that vent and continue to give intel to your teammates. And with that, we move across. This is another one using that kind of visualization. You can throw your drone up on top of the light inside of archives, and this gives you so much intel. And the drone is really well hidden because it's so high up. The defenders are never going to be looking up there to see it. So you can see anyone sitting behind the A bomb chassis, and you can see the doorway into Armory. And actually, if you move it to the other side of the light, you can see the entirety of the Armory site. Anyone sitting behind half wall, sitting in between sandwich on the lockers, inside Africa, or on the small office door. Moving on to theme park for these next couple of spots, again, two really strong ones you can use here. At the top of Dragon Stairs, if you jump up on that little half wall, you can jump across onto the light, onto the little pipe on the wall. You can drive all the way across to the other side of it, up onto this little ledge, and you can see into waiting room, into office, and the hallway out towards bunks. Now, on top of that, you can see down towards the cash room door, and you can watch for flanks for anyone coming up that Dragon Stairs, trying to make a play if you've made your push into cash, and you can cut them off. Now this next one is on the other side of the building, inside the arcade entrance. By jumping up on the railing on the staircase onto the little generator, you can jump up on top of the UFO, and this will give you so much information for anyone sitting inside of bunks or anyone inside of daycare, and you can give so much intel to your teammates as they're pushing through Cafe into the bomb site. On to Consulate for this next one, on the top of the Visa Stairs, just in that doorway into the bomb site. Now it is a risky one because obviously in the prep phase they're going to be watching out for drones and they might see you, but if you're quick with it and you jump up on top of the pot and then onto the branches on this tree, you can jump up onto this little window above your head. And once you're up here, you can go across this little window. You could stay up on the window if you'd like to, but I like to go on top of this little projector above that small window, and it gives you so much information over the bomb site. And on top of that too, you will have head holes on that wall, so you'll be able to see into the CO office and maybe out towards that kind of yellow stairs 90 position, and you can just give that information to your teammates to help them pushing this bomb site. You can see from the enemy perspective like that you can barely see that drone sitting up on the projector, so it's almost an invincible drone that can give you endless intel. Now moving on over onto Skyscraper for this next one, and this is a really nice one, again using that visualization trajectory. If you come up the side of the wall here onto this karaoke window, and right where that pink light is, if you throw your drone, it will go up onto a small ledge above the room. Now this drone spot is really strong because the lighting actually hides the drone from view from the defenders. You can get so much intel on this really powerful position room for the defenders, and you can give that intel to help your teammates clear out this bomb site. You'll see here from the other perspective, like it's almost faded away from that lighting, and I actually move my drone back even further against the wall, and it's even harder for the defenders to see. Moving on to Coastline for this next one. This is a really simple but a very effective one that I use quite often. Very straight off the rip when you're spawning in, you can send your drone through the drone hole into the bathroom, and what you can do is by jumping up onto the back of the toilet and onto the light above it, you can jump across onto the edge of the stall door. Now up here again, strong intel, all the key areas, the door coming out into the service area, near barrels, and the rotate as well. If you move across to the other side, you'll be able to see that rotate. So these are just really, really strong drones that you need to be trying out to help you win rounds. Now that is it for the video. If you want to see that part 2, go down to the comment section, let me know. I will do my best to bring it to you. Let's get that goal of 400 likes. I do stream over on Twitch regularly. Go over there, drop me a follow, come hang out and see some of these tricks in action. If you want to see a trick that you know yourself, you can submit it in my Discord. The link is in the description. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload my next video. And as always,